This is Colin Gonsalves, the founder of the Human Rights Law Network India. And on International Human Rights Day, December 10th, I and the organization I founded, the Human Rights Law Network, sends you warm greetings. We are living in very difficult times and the political, economic situation in our country is very, very dismal. It is probably the worst that it has been for a very long time. And so the time is really upon us to resist oppression and to fight for justice. Even though the times are very dark, I want to tell you about 4 or 5 cases that we have done recently that have brought joy to the lives of people who were under distress. The Shiro's Cafe in Allahabad was run by the acid attack victims, a very popular area where there was music and poetry, run entirely managed by the acid attack victims. And the UP government tried to take it over, tried to take the name over as well. And we prevented that in the Supreme Court, and the cafe is now running. I want to tell you about demolition cases. Sometimes we don't pay much attention to the people living in slums. Hundreds and hundreds of houses have been bulldozed by governments, all kinds of governments. And we've gone to courts and we've got stay orders, and the people are staying in their houses even now. I want to tell you about the Tuticorin firing, which was heard by the Supreme Court just a few days ago, where, as you may know, there was a fight against the Sterlite plant for polluting the waters in Tuticorin in South India. Snipers sat on top of police vehicles with sniper rifles for the first time in Indian history and shot people cleanly through the heart and in the head. High Court was astonished and the High Court passed an order for a CBI investigation. They came to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court said, you carry on with the CBI investigation, and did not grant stay. I want to tell you about land acquisition which is taking place throughout the country. And we, together with others, won a historic judgment in the Singur case, where the Tatas for a small car manufacturing unit acquired farmers' lands illegally. Supreme Court made a stunning order saying, give the land back. And the compensation you paid, that will not be recovered. The farmers will keep that compensation as well. Finally, I want to tell you about the defenders' cases. Journalists are being attacked throughout the country. You know that Gauri Lankesh was shot dead outside her house. RTI activists have been shot dead, taking their morning and evening walks. Activists, Adivasi activists like Soni Sori have been attacked. This is a period, my dear friends, all of you who are in the human rights movement, this is a period where human rights defenders are coming under grave attack. This is a period of great darkness. It's a period of Kali Yuga, where the people who run the institutions in India, who control India, who dominate India, are all the modern day Rakshasas. And it is up to us human rights defenders to fight them. For us, in the Human Rights Law Network, we fight them in the courts. But they must also be fought in the streets of India. Have a nice day on Human Rights Day.